OKFM 101.7.
Godwin Edudzi Tamakloe, aid the ma former President John Dramani Mahama. Lord, me watch it. Lord, me watch it.
I know Prime Joso.
Down Bumbo, dear.
Or what the other Romao.
Hey, Lord, what dear, and can't ask me. Why see our mobile Bodumai? Into that chipa, one more babbing. Eti se bia les kwan du oboba je adofo na nampedumu na wo mma ana wo mna na ma bebuso wo se edi adwum na da mpa chow wo ya bante no oboye no na nka mekope yin CD ni bia na nka me google nka me hu o se oh me na me bo oji mi no
Emrana, we in early 1980s. No, na Yepapanom, and Jumaya na cassettes, not those days near tone cassettes. Intino cassette, I no motor, edipa, Obeche, a breach back with Pisame.
Jeba Kofi Same.
Obetse Oboba Ziadofo. Those days near normal friend of black Chinese.
Aye. Na sabre wodumbi. Eyo nyami yo na dumara ko.
And na one friend of black Chinese and the other friend of Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Bob Marley. Alex Conedunum.
Oh, senior donko.
Senior donko. Na ode Daniel Amachi.
Oh.
Na okaya then time na we fi Nigeria Aba Ghana.
Why?
That time Daniel Amachi did.
That what bonidi, what bobemedi.
Since we been here friend Daniel.
What Daniel?
Daniel Amachi did.
Na adia mebufu ye pa ni se
ofi ho ba no de ne Apollo High Kings.
Hey
the buy ye nti or the to be a man in the free Nigeria buy
to be a man wow
to be a man wow you know nti ye the sanjum na aja ye di ni but and then so be Sebio the Union so a contemporary. I say those days in America, the lives of notorious B.I.G. Tupac and the rest. Almost so almost say catchment area. Into a bit more also umeniso sanjum so. Now, I say the generation a movie from Amachi de Denuma na Yebe PA from 1997 in the who young men almost by the almost from hip hop into Yebenya, the lives of Akatachi and Reggie and that generation, Samini Num Bandana and the Efreno Shatawale.
Aye, but what is so about them, Sapa?
Oya kokrana unusano.
Ananu omuso anya 45 nams na da nipa say wo wa utimi je anyini.
Me come to kokrana.
Because bandana enyo ya da bra mi enza.
Jakatachi. Brafo. It's a whole generational thing. In a Mekan one of the greatest, Lord Kenya.
Hey! Sikaba.
But could be a Mr. POP.
Mr. POP.
It's a whole generation.
A whole generation. So, yeah.
But when we say, and you know the lives of Panom, Nanam Pedunum, Obo Bajia Dofunum.
You know, Jerry Hansen.
I could say, I'm prepared,
yes.
Senior, the don't call no more. Timeless. Otaje omo de omo no omo ye say kind of playwrights am Shakespeare na all throw no or the yearbooks no throw we mu de no omo ntro ye no omo de ye enwom aha omo ntro ye no omo de ye enwom. So instead of writing no na omo de to enwom aha
ampedu nyum bi asem bi enkra bi ha Rabia Munsamwa, what can we you? Shebrebe ni o. Oh, I jam pe me ho asem.
Yes, it's a whole thing. Each one of them has its own unique characteristics. And then, Sebi, Omokazi Ebo Adedemua, and Kropo Rebentiasi. But Sanjuna no more to know, bra. Now, it's a whole life story. Big life story, mekano in the musical form.
Kwabena muamu.
Me say the na papa no pay cassette top no a driver into no talk cassette.
Woman na ba na you know. Omo de pan no atoto dashboard na animu.
Fantastic. We didn't give no pa. Oh,
easy. Na ene isa sense John Dramani Mahama oni o man be kasa e beba so.
Nyankopon adoma from 6 p.m. Could be 7. In conversation with the nation, ebeba so. Yebesi who what kind of a mind do we all want? Barring anything, any last minute emergency or something, or Brakwame, Ibia as planned, Ebebaso, UPAC. Around 7 p.m. Brakwame.
And Obekasa as a statesman, as a politician, as ex-president, and now Obekasa as what?
In the midst of crisis, no. What you want to do is to rally the nation. But what I say, this is not the time, Rebecca, to divide. This is the time to call for national dialogue. And we are consistently, for almost a year now, if it's education, he's called for a national dialogue on education, either on free SHS, on the economy. He has always advocated, say, look, you have a crisis situation. One fan in San Anthony say, so let's go to Saint-Che. Or to Ninsa Frey Union more MPP. Say, Sebio, we are here, you except Kukwanansi, and Yansan in our own team. But Nipa does any dear. Won't me have we are saying Yansan na the city back home, a team you know, a canwa in the manual a into the na Oshaya were advocating for right from the beginning. Say, have the kind of consensus. If you are well glad the end friend is Sinchi, you bet me a friend of Chibi agreement. What I say, need na akotina baby fakum. We say young family say, we say that be your family say at the ebebasa and pempensui. Young family say, need na ya dia pin nyansa at the account at the boom. Na if ya yakase we dear the Ghana agenda. Sebio enye MPP agenda. Enye Sebio CPP agenda. Enye PNC agenda. But the Ghana agenda. Sa ye beat me because God come me no can say seven. IMF negotiation, there are key timelines. But what I say, there are key timelines. And from the way things are going, if we are not careful, even by close of year, an IMF program. And the more we delay, the more we are hurting the economy. Now, no questioning IMF negotiation, so far. We've not made any progress. We've not made any progress at all.
A free bread and you make any progress.
July 1st, we announced here. 1st July. How many months now? We are in October, getting to the end of October. And I did announce July 1st. So almost 4 months, and we have, and you see the IMF negotiation. Remember, so we've gone to the IMF almost 17 times.
Oh, next week, Omuba.
In America, say the IMF program. No, we've been there before under John Mahama. America, we've been so. In a homegrown program for almost a year before we approached the IMF program, and even in that, it took us almost 6 months to agree on a program with the IMF. Now, with the IMF program, no, there are key indicators. So, for instance, we are the African Staff Level Agreement. One was the IMF, one more region by region. So the African region would meet on your proposal. Now, Omar will propose now. Normal Casio, yes. Now we think we have something. After that, no, Omar generate another report. NASA report, no. Yeah, they are common. When we say a fund, it is called the International Monetary Fund. The fund had board of directors, yeah, from executive board members. What I say? You know, we are was generating another level of agreement, and this time around you forward it to the executive members of the board of the IMF. Then those executive members will now distribute that document to their staffs to study, to do their comments, to give all indicators and others. Answer the board of the fund itself. Finally, Oma could share mu and Soma taking a decision. If I say, despite group, who per se a decision should be taken on maybe staff payments or increase in salaries for staffs. The board of directors of the company are approved here. You won't get it done. But before crowd bears no, this is only finance director Kasa. Finance director obe checking the company's book as I say revenue ever. A bit me sustaining another increase in salaries at this moment. You are taking all those initiatives one after the other. But it's a no joke. Many one can say, seven. Before NPP, Aben Ibeko IMF, one can would see the Ken, before we are Tankasana, Ayana Nooka. Ayana Nooka. Say IMF, young con, young coachna, young cotta. It is said you. Credibility burn I can override Edeco IMF negotiation. Only be. Obi to say, yeah, or Deputy Minister, Trade and Industry, or Chibefi. Shadi Okoka or Okofuridia. Say IMF small boys in a bagana. I bet you in the.
Now, I know mobile means only a small boys by Bakushu.
No, Bakame, Osha Omutima, Unya. Anybody who need PhD.
Sir, woman, I was small boys, I know.
Hey, Black woman, Unya Obi be among them are only PhD.
Wow.
Yes. In our universities from Aqua, Stanford, Princeton, Harvard, Yale, Cambridge. What I say? Each one of them has this level of qualification. It is said you will be our friend a small boy. It's now bit meaning I got Nazi, I can say, yeah, but Nazi are negotiating a good deal. So at this point, what the government needs is credibility, is competence, and confidence. Sir, Newman is saying, I'm buying a maybe because say the person leading the negotiation now, no, is a very person who has said in the past, say, and yeah, dear, you, he wants to be part of anything to do with the IMF. So it's a very dicey situation that we find ourselves. No, we know what is here, Kwame.
Yeah, President no makasa. Emma, Mr. President ni omakasa. Say we need to then we can move to another level. As to
hello, Kwame.
Mr. President no omakasa.
Oni IMF for nakasa.
Mean any caucus na Wamubonus was said they were calling for the head of
no, this is here no. As for and I said my who say NPP 18 members on the day. They are only doing internal NPP politics. So.
Oh, and now okay.
They are only doing internal NPP politics. Because you see, the Bianyoma Ekeka Kono, there is pressure on them from their constituencies. Intino, Oman take this drastic measure. They will go down with Akufo-Addo. If Omuye calculation, Omuye permutation, Akufo-Addo has no election to contest again. So, if we rely on him, he will go down with us. So the best thing to do is to create the Jonah effect. So in leadership, the Jonah effect.
Yeah.
Where the leader can take a strategic decision, say, okay, in the circumstance of ABCD, I want to sacrifice myself.
You know, we go for leadership as somebody. I'm of the view, say, and could be a public office biano. Either say, Okowa, your man orientation in leadership as a course, and then corporate governance, at least, some rudiments of it,
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And you see, I have always maintained this, Sebio, one of the things that you can even do is to call all your appointees to a meeting and say, hey, do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this. So that Obe create the other friend a checklist. Odebema or ministers or appointees. The appointee be able to take a decision. The first thing is say, Obe go back to the checklist. No, I check it. No, I check it. No, I check it. No, I check it. If it conforms before he can take that decision, it is good for all of us. And like I said, even in the Bible, what did Jonah do? He sacrificed himself. And yes, sir. Or sacrificing a home. And now when he sacrificed himself, do you know what happened? He saved himself eventually and saved the sheep and the people who were in the sheep. So sometimes, and even Oba yen Akamemu Ghana ye local politics, I said they will say Manu that's so Akamemu Krano. Dentina ene Wakamemu ye celebrity obiti search in Buakudia. Why do you think so? Because he took a personal decision to sacrifice himself in order to save the kingdom. There are examples, even from our local governance system, from antiquity, how people have had to sacrifice themselves in order to save the collective. And then, Sebe, Akememu, Kumewufu, they have a pride of place in Akan chieftaincy matters simply because of the decision taken by one person called Chunibu Akodia. Okay? The sole decision by one person called Chunibu Akodia saved the kingdom.
Sure.
Saved the whole kingdom. The whole Ashanti kingdom was saved by a personal decision taken by one individual. It is sometimes as a leader, Sebio, Manu Dashuna, so where they so When we say minority leader, I issue statements. Or can say after the meeting with the president, or Mampenise Kenoporiata and train now we IMF program now, or Mampeni ever acting upon the request by, as we speak. The trust between the 80 MPs and Kenoporiata is broken, Anna. So if that trust, which is the thing that is sustaining the government, is broken, and then could not parliament say or kind budget, which the basis on which these MPs were saying say Ken should go. This agreement, does it change those facts? Conflict of interest and no more reason. Would it change it? No. So I actually want to accuse you of business you or your conform. Now we need or conform now table to negotiate. That trust is gone. And so the president ought to have demonstrated leadership by saying, he said, Ken, we are minia, we are michucho mucho, wabuame, and Brana mi opposition leader. One and now pay campaign ma sika at the breme. One why say amame, why you way. But you do a critical point that I need to save my government and save the entire MPP system. So in view of this, I am begging you in the name of God, just resign. I won't sack you. Resign. And Osha, in the UK, Lee Strauss, the same thing with Kwati. Oma Onangasa Yeden eventually will resign here. What I say? And it's a leadership way, the Jonah form of leadership.
Yeah.
Where you want to take a decision, not because you are comfortable with that decision, but it is a decision that will save the generality. Why? When Jonah eventually decided to jump the ship, eventually, even when he was swallowed by the whale, was he not vomited out?
He was.
He had his, he had his life back, and he also succeeded in saving the people who were in the ship together with the ship, Obetimi can say, no, I will still be in the ship. No matter what, I'll be in the ship. And the ship would have been destroyed, killed the people in the ship, and killed Jonah himself for stubbornness. So sometimes surprised, the way I can operate, there be no Bible, no continuation white. I am surprised that this basic principle of Jonah is lost on him.
Okay.
Why is this lost
on? Yeah. Of everyone common sin of the maybe son say, I will be cross as send the abase. Ya nanka mampeni dada mama me ame bra and can engagement with the nation no said the obey no and reno nka a bear more of a solutions than a literature review of what is happening to us as a country.
Yeah. And can America say or no ankasa there when you say nyoma e to ene wa prophesied it out.
Prophet Mahama.
Yes, look, he had given every reason that, look, when we say they're called by the MPP MPs, your mama made those calls. Okay, recently, Ghana at the crossroads. How he deliver? He raised the same issue. Recently, there was a think tank, Omu deliver, or my keynote address. That keynote address or raise the issue, say, the continuous presence of Ken Oforiatta as the head of the exchequer will finally destroy this country. Each time he had raised these fundamental issues. And like a prophet, each one of them has happened. Each one of them has happened. So, and then he is going to give us further solutions. What we can do to get out of this doldrum. Now, okayfm, Ghana phone United. So, when you see this platform, at the Asre Timemufuni, say from 7 p.m., H is on the money, Mahama, dear on the Ghana for bedding como. Niasha Kwanya, the bait me ahead, a faso, a fee, sa, or ye make a fear, abeto, or my. Said before the first time, a gallon of petrol is selling for 17 Ghana cedis. Black here will be who be that.
Ukraine in Russia.
But my 40 years. Me who be that? Me who cry be that? And the most painful part in me say this is happening, and that obi to say another down quick for that. No, it's not simply so case. Said you, ya mobile dodo, me I am mobile crown so dodo. It's a black woman. Me I mean, myself, ombre, I then a quarter inch.
Hey, na Yame Buamona Moba Power. Posting be wa. Mene his excellency Godwin Mahama na Becky che.
Yeah.
Over na me tivaranda mu.
Yeah. You're betting on come.
That's a lot. Okay, what's the 1.7 saying you?
OKFM 101.7.